We're fine. Pain isn't real.
I actually am recording now.
Oh, Jesus. None of that was real. It's not over. It's fine now. It's fine. None of that was real. None of this is real. I'm okay.
You're in a simulation.
I'm alive. Let's get into it.
What happened?
The worst cramp, the worst timing possible. That's not the worst cramp I've ever had, but a hip cramp is no joke. Oh my God.
The worst is when it happens in the middle of the night. You're sleeping. Oh my God.
Kicking
Painful.
the other person in the bed. Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Punch somebody too.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. What does it mean to you?
To me, nostalgia is chewed up Barbie hands.
Chewed up Barbie hands? Like dogs chewed on your Barbie hands?
Yes. I had a lot of Barbies. We had a lot of dogs. Chewing on those hands.
Oh, absolutely.
Hated it, but, you know, feeling the rough Barbie hand, it's very nostalgic for me. Or,
Your Barbies with dog-bitten scars all over them?
yeah. Or a mom beating a Game Boy or a PS2 game for me
Oh, yeah.
when I was really little. Cause
She'd beat Spyro for us.
Yeah. That was very nostalgic for me. You give me one.
You give you one? I'd have to say the old PS2 intro. That's like...
I was about
It's that music, you know? It's kind of like when you're watching like an old movie and it's like home video, you know, like the whole the whole thing. It's the same feeling for me.
I was going to try to make the noise with my mouth. I can't do that. I realized. Bow.
It's playing in my head right now. I just can't do it. It's
there
happening.
we go. It's happening.
And then when the disc didn't work,
do that.
jump.
Very jarring. I think also for me, Picto Chat on the Nintendo DS.
Picto Chat on the DS, yeah.
Yes. Just sending stupid little messages to you and Francisco.
Or bring it back a generation. The Game Boy Advance. The bring, bring. Yeah. Yeah, you know the one.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, that's nostalgia. That's the...
A lot of it's the music for the introduction to things. So like Pokemon, like Pokemon Emerald, it was like, yeah, there it is.
Bing.
There was also the Pokemon intros where it's like, it has like a build up to riding the bike and all the Pokemon's flying around them.
Yeah, or like the Pokemon battling. I don't remember which one that was.
The battling? Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
The legendaries. I literally don't remember which one this
I think
was
that's Emerald, where it has Kyogre, the big red guy, and then no, Groudon is the big red guy, and then Kyogre is the whale blue guy.
I just gotta hear this one too, since you said PS2.
Oh yeah.
It's like scratching my brain.
It's hitting the spot right now.
That's the good stuff. Those are the good days.
Absolutely.
That's why we picked a good topic for today.
Or, last one, the Mii music, like the Wii when you're making a Mii.
Oh.
The Mii Plaza music.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Oh my gosh, that plays when I'm like blanking.
Yeah.
Have you heard the trap remixes?
Yes, I have. But nothing beats the original. It's so crisp.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just like...
They just knew what they were doing.
It's so nice for your brain. I like it. It makes me happy. It brings me back to being like what? I don't even know how old I was. Young enough. 6 or 7 maybe.
Mango Mustache Media.
Chicanos, welcome to another episode of Chicano and Chingon, presented by Hacienda Las Glorias.
I'm Mango Mustache Original.
I'm your host, NellMari.
I'm your other host, Arturo.
Today we're bringing you a jolly, fun-filled, childlike episode.
The first one of December.
The first one of December. And one of the close to last ones of the year. That didn't make sense, but you know, whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's going to close off a good first year for Chicano and Chingon.
Yeah, since this year's almost over, we figured why not take things back a little bit? And by a little bit, I mean a lot. And by a lot, I mean all the way back to our childhoods. We're going to take a little trip down memory lane.
And just to clarify, our childhood was early 2000s. That's what we got going on.
Yes. So if you were born in between the years of, 1998, 2003, we're going to get along just fine. We're going to vibe. You guys are going to be following us perfectly. The rest of you, I'm so sorry.
I definitely think there's a lot of stuff in this episode. I was born in 91, and I know what we're talking about today, and some of this stuff hits home for me, too.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of similarities. I think we can all probably relate to this, but there's those few little specific gems that just stick out to the kids in our group.
Just like tickle that spot in your brain.
Like no matter how old you were, everybody had that rug with streets on it.
Oh yeah,
with those for those little cars. Probably if it wasn't in your bedroom, it was at school.
For me it was at school. Play with Hot Wheels on it.
Yeah.
Say at school we didn't have the road rug, but we had the rug with a bunch of different squares with colors on them.
Everybody had to sit on that
color. Yeah.
Everybody had to sit on that rug. Well, we're gonna get something for everybody today. Everybody's gonna feel a little bit of nostalgia, and that is actually our word of the day. Today's word of the day is nostalgia. Can you say nostalgia?
Nostalgia.
Good job. One more time. Nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Now, it's spelled exactly the same, and it sounds pretty similar, so nostalgia, couldn't really surprise you with that one, but I don't really need to, because this episode is not about surprises today. It is about comfort.
Remembering.
Yes, remembering, comfort, memories. And we're going to dig up some memories, and one way we decided to bring up some buried memories you might have in your big old brain of yours, I know you got a big brain if you're watching us right now, is through Play-Doh.
It's backwards.
Oh. Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Still know what it is.
And with this Play-Doh, we're gonna be trying to capture some of that essence of nostalgia.
Yes.
And we're gonna try and show it on camera. This
is to nurture our inner child. Everybody has an inner child, and that is what we are bringing out today. And
there's one stuck in there, bro. I can't get it out.
Wow.
It's on the floor now, but I got it out.
I guess you don't need that color. Or
it's blue. It's like the most important one here.
You can use my blue. I don't need blue.
I appreciate it.
There you go. You don't need to climb.
I was going to unplug a bunch of stuff if I had to get down there.
One little thing of nostalgia for you. Maybe you can relate to this. Sorry you can't smell what I have, but that fresh new Play-Doh smell. The slight saltiness. The plastic of the container.
What's it taste like?
Out from. Let me tell you right now. Just kidding. I was not a kid that ate Play-Doh.
Well, please, somebody lick it. Like, I feel like you gotta.
Okay.
For the gram. Of course.
That ain't it. That ain't it.
Before I finish the sentence,
Arturo
was like,
I didn't want to hesitate.
It's like the tiniest little.
I didn't want to hesitate. Are you going to eat it?
Oh my God. You actually ate it?
Hot take. What is it?
It was like the tiniest little speck. That wasn't worth it. It's really salty. Like I knew it was salty, but I thought my brain was like exaggerating the memory of how salty.
Do you think you ate more than 4 grams?
No, I'm safe. Don't worry, Mom.
we looked it up. 4 grams is the most amount of Play-Doh you can eat.
So today, Arturo's going to have at it. He's going to be eating Play-Doh today while we talk, and everything's going to be fine because it's not going to be 4 grams worth.
I brought dinner with us, so.
Thank you so much for keeping us well fed. With this Play-Doh, we're not going to do it right now, but we are going to be molding something. I don't know why. When I said the word with, there was like a fart that came out. It was like the air got stuck in my cheeks. I don't know. I don't know if anybody heard that, but I wanted to acknowledge it. I don't want to ignore it. Where's my black? Mine's also stuck.
So you can't use mine.
I don't need yours.
I don't have any to share.
Wow, why is it even stuck? I got it out like 3 times. And there we go. I put my hand at the bottom so I could catch it.
I'm learning.
We're going to be molding something. It will be revealed at the end, but we're going to be creating something that is symbolic. It can be a little model or a symbol of a nostalgic memory for you. It can be anything your heart desires. We're not going to tell each other.
I got a head start on mine. You can't be looking at it because I need to talk about it and you need to be surprised. But
okay,
Yeah, you got to make yours.
Yes, I will do that. After we go on a little trip down memory lane.
Memory lane?
Give me something that screams nostalgia to you.
I would say wood chips, but not just like the wood chips that like are you like in like not like the mulch in your front yard. I'm talking like the wood chips that are at playgrounds that kids would throw on the slides and like.
Oh my god, I forgot kids did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to. God.
Well, because like that.
But almost
wood chips,
fought so many kids.
It's like a universal thing. You know what I mean? It's at every single playground, and there's a bunch of different kinds of playgrounds. There's that wood playground, like the castles. Mm-hmm. There's like the more modern stuff, which is like I think they're like green and blue and plasticky.
The wooden playgrounds were cool. I felt like every time I was playing on those, I felt like I was in a castle or something.
Right?
Yeah.
They were just very dangerous.
Yes, we used to have a wooden playground at our elementary school, but some kid like cracked his head open on it.
My friend?
Yeah, Arturo's friend got it taken away from it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he he cracked his head open, had to get staples.
Well, because this playground, it had like chain railings. So like the kid was like, I'm going to sit on the chain, and then I don't know. I don't think he knew how physics worked.
He got stuck, swung back, cracked his head open. There's those wood chips, that mulchy wood.
The amount of fights that sparked from that being thrown at me.
You ever throw that in somebody's face?
No, I wasn't a bad kid.
So satisfying. I wasn't a bad kid either, but like I'm not just gonna take whatever. My mom taught me to hit back. She said, if somebody hits you, hit them back, but make sure it's harder so they don't do it again.
I don't stoop to their level, though. I don't throw dirt in faces, bro. It's fists, bro. Fists are flying.
You're so right. You are so valid in that.
What do you think of when it comes to that nostalgia stuff? What comes to your mind?
Okay, Alex, I need you to pull up a picture of this. Look up chewed up Barbie hand, okay? Because I think any little girl who ever owned a Barbie can relate to this. I mean, if they had pets as well, that when you have Barbies and you just leave them around to dogs, they're like, oh, that's a fancy looking stick and I'm going to chew on it. And I had so many Barbies and I used to get so fucking mad because my dogs would chew up all their hands. Yep, there it is. God, that's exactly, yeah.
I can feel it.
I can feel it, and I can feel the frustration I felt because I'd have the prettiest Barbies. I had a Rapunzel. I wanted to be Rapunzel. I'm holding her, and I'm looking at her ugly, busted up hands because of my dogs being assholes.
Attacked by a pit bull.
Yeah, no, even before the pit, just the schnauzers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they just chew the hell out of them. I had a lot of Barbies. Barbies, for me, very nostalgic. Love Barbies. Probably still have some somewhere.
Oh, you still have your holiday Barbies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those ones are really cool. Those aren't playing with, though. Those are
those are not to be played with. They're not to be toyed with. But also vibe. What else is nostalgic for you? Throw me something.
Illegal CDs.
Illegal CDs.
So I'm talking about like when you're like, okay, it's movie night, right? And you're not trying to go to Blockbuster or whatever, like Family Video. You're like, we're gonna go down to the family archives, and you got your basic gray color, and maybe it says The Incredibles, or maybe it says Finding Nemo, and you would watch that maybe 20 times, and yeah, that's what I think of. Yeah. And then it has like it has those intros things. It says like, home video, and it has like the blue and the
and then it also
sorry, go ahead, NellMari.
So I was gonna say it also had the copyright law that we clearly ignored. But
I asked NellMari to find me some of Arturo's old CDs from a kid, and she sent me this picture.
What in the world?
Arturo was a brony, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I was not a brony. No, that's insulting. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
You had My Little Ponies.
I did.
Which one was your favorite? Generosity, honesty, loyalty, kindness, magic,
loyalty,
whatever the image is blocking. What is it? It's
laughter. I'm more of a loyalty kind of guy. Myself.
Yeah. Is your girlfriend watching this? Is that why you said that?
I'd say that and my exes, you know what I'm saying? But
I did get down with My Little Pony as a kid, but that was before they made like the weird skinny My Little Ponies. It's when they had like the ones that looked like actual horses.
And it was before like the weird. I'm gonna call people out that are adults and probably shouldn't be watching it. All right, I'm talking about the
Before
old,
it became a fan. You know what? I don't want to get into that. I don't want to talk about bronies. I really don't.
I'm talking about like
That's a whole episode.
incelly behavior.
Okay,
Right. Before that, I mess with it because I would play with you. We would play My Little Pet Shop.
Oh, we did play. Yeah.
We would play.
Bring out the pets.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys see this? Is this more accurate?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, our parents had a lot of those. And if it wasn't like just, whole playlist and stuff. I say playlist, a mixtape for each other. It's just movies. We had so much.
Oh, you guys had
like that.
burnt movies.
We burnt movies.
We had music and movies. Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't steal a car.
Yes, I would.
I mean, don't tempt me.
Why would you steal a movie? Do you remember those commercials?
I do. I do remember those. And that's so funny to me because I always see replies to those commercials because people talk about them occasionally. And they're like, you don't know me. I would steal a lot of things.
Depends who's looking.
Yeah, that little copyright blue screen that would show up before your movie
Never
played.
had any fear looking at that. I was like, stealing movies? What are you talking about? This is just
I just looked at it, I was like,
pixels on a screen.
too many words. Punishable by law. Whoa.
When's the movie starting?
Oh, whoops. I've still got the Wii music playing in the background.
You wouldn't steal a
One second.
handbag.
It's
I gotta fix this.
the me music is what plays through my head when these commercials play for me.
It was 10 hours of me music. That's why it's still playing.
That's my nightly playlist right there.
What I meant to show you was the ad.
Oh my gosh. Uploading pirating films is stealing. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I remember this music.
Yeah.
It's like really intense. Like, right.
Dude, I forgot about
It
this.
costs like $10. What are you
piracy.
talking about?
It's a crime. Yeah, but like, you know what else is a crime? Feeding the geese. So, I mean,
And that's pretty fun.
You know what else is a crime? Murder. And I like that. So
and I think sometimes murder is okay.
all right.
She doesn't speak for the entire Chicano Chigon here, all right?
Mango Mustache requires me to clarify that this is not reflective of the company's thoughts and
For
feelings.
legal
on murder.
reasons, that was a joke.
That was just a joke. This is all hypothetical.
In
This is-
Minecraft. It was all Minecraft.
This is a bit. This is all a bit.
And you
Anyways,
laughed, so you're part of the bit now.
You're also going to jail. Nostalgia. Mom beating video games for me. Because we started playing video games when we were pretty young. We got the little Game Boys. The little...
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Was it SP?
I think so, because it had the backlight on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had that, and we had the PS2, and
I was very sad when we had to trade those in for DSs. I'm just saying.
I was excited, but then I was like, "Oh, I miss my Game Boy."
I
had a
put
little-
these Spider-Man stickers on my Game Boy. And
I
was like,
never traded mine. I still got my SP.
Well, see, the thing is, we were like 5,
gotta tell you, I don't have a-
and
Yeah.
when the DS came
I mean,
out,
I was 12, 13, like
our parents were
I
like,
didn't have my own money.
"Guess what? We're going to the store. Bring your Game Boys." And I'm like, "What's going on?" And we go there, and we trade it, and we're like, "Oh, this is like," they're like, "This is the new one. This is basically the new Game Boy." And my stupid little
And
kid
it plays
brain,
Game Boy games.
It does. So like, I couldn't really get too mad. But as a little kid, I was just like, "Whoa, new Game Boy! Thanks, Mom and Dad." Like I don't know, I wasn't watching commercials like that. I didn't know what they were talking about.
I didn't think it was gonna cost $200 nowadays to have one of those.
Yeah, now I kind of want to buy one again.
I think it cost $200 then a days.
Did it?
Back
I
then?
didn't buy it. I don't know, but I'm still just sad.
Money wasn't a concept for me back then.
It's like, what are you talking about? I'm just playing video games over here.
I do miss my Game Boy. It was very, very cute. I had the
Yeah.
pearly pink.
I had that blue one, but yeah, Mom would beat Spyro for us.
Original was
That a good one.
150. Light was 130. DSi was 170. And DSi XL was 190.
Ah, you know what?
Never had a DSi.
They don't make them anymore though, so you have to buy it secondhand, and people are like upselling the shit out of those.
Because they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like, don't be greedy. I want one.
But there's certain people that have like custom, like fitted, like new bodies or like new CPUs they're putting into it, and it's
And
like
that's pretty
super
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met somebody that had made their own Game Boy. Like they got a body, and they just downloaded a bunch of Game Boy games onto it, and they just played whatever they wanted whenever they want.
I kind of want to do that. But I also, like, I want to be able to have a collection of all the old models.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at some point in high school, I was like, I'm going to do that. And I bought like 2 Game Boys. I got a Game Boy Color and I think a Game Boy Advance. And then I was like, ooh, this is getting kind of expensive. And then I just stopped.
You have to buy batteries?
Yeah, I was like, shit. And I was like, oh, I'll just buy one of them and then I'll play on that. And then I'll get, I don't know. I forgot the ones I started buying first, like didn't have the backlight. I was like, oh, this kind of
you have to play with the flashlight if you're playing in the dark?
Yeah. I was like, I kind of forgot about this.
Did you guys get the attachable light?
No, I
had the attachable light on my Game Boy Advance original.
Oh yeah,
that was like it had like a reading light, right?
It's a reading light.
That's so cute when you look back on it. It's very.
And I remember telling my
cute.
best friend's dad that I was like, I don't need the Game Boy SP because I already have a light. What would I need a backlight for? And he's like, that's very mature of you. Guess what I got on first day was that.
It's very much.
Got that SP, dude.
That's
of course.
commendable, Alex.
Yeah, you're like, that's very. I just remember, like, man, I really looked up. That's very mature of you. And I was like embarrassed to show up at Nick's house
I can't go back.
with my Game Boy Advance SP with the backlit screen.
I can't let him know I folded, man. Have you seen the
Literally,
pictures?
Because I went from a non-folding Game Boy to the one that folds. I folded.
That is so funny.
That's rough. Folding. Have you seen the old Game Boys that have like all the attachments on it all at the same time?
Oh yeah,
Like as like the magnifying glass.
that's my childhood dream right there.
Attachment controller. Yeah, I don't know what they were called. I never had those because I had the SP or whatever, and I was bougie. But
It was bougie.
yeah, that looked cool. It was like Legos for your Game Boy.
I found one. It's $300 on eBay.
Oh
Here,
my god.
Jesus.
1 second. I'll pull up an image here in a second.
I can't wait to see it. It's so.
They trying to be cray selling things for $300.
Every time you say that, it's so funny to me. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow,
That's like
that looks way nicer than I imagined.
So
Actually.
that's stereo speakers, left and right. I think like a magnifying screen, and then a joystick with bigger buttons.
I've never seen this before.
And there's a little, as you can see, a strap to go around your neck so you can't drop it.
That's pretty nerdy. The strap.
Okay.
That's like the Porsche of Game Boys right there.
Yeah.
Like
Yes. You ever show up to a party wearing a Game Boy?
The life of the party right there.
you're immediately the center of the party.
Oh,
Everyone's
absolutely.
like, dude, turn that up a little more. I want to see what you're doing with Game Boy. Right? Yes. Dude, stereo speakers, dude.
Turn
Gotta
it
hear
up
that,
a little more.
that left and right on the Pokemon soundtrack.
That is so funny.
Just keep turning it on and off. I want to keep hearing that intro.
Nintendo was popping off back in the day because when we did trade them in for the DS Lites and we had the Picto Chat, that was so fun.
Picto Chat was really fun.
It was. And I remember we used to do this thing. We'd stay up like really, really late past bedtime and we'd either go to each other's rooms or we'd just be in the other room just talking to each other on Picto Chat, just drawing the stupidest little pictures.
You had full storylines going. You had like a whole like, okay. Growing up, I was like, dude, this person's gonna become like a comic book artist or something because you were just doing like whole comic strips.
That's the dream.
And I was like, dude, I'm so entertained, and it's like midnight right now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
8 years old.
I kind of
should
forgot
not be awake.
I forgot I did that. Yeah, I went all out. I was trying to make stories and
It was pretty good. I just like, I don't know, I wrote poop or something, and I blacked out the screen, and I would draw with an eraser, and
a little. Yeah. Fill up the screen black and then going with the eraser. It's satisfying.
it took so long to fill the screen though.
I actually had NellMari send me one of Arturo's old Picto Chats
Oh
that
god.
I found.
That's mine.
Yep.
That was Arturo's cat girlfriend back in the day.
Dude, I wish I could draw half as good as that. That's
That is actually quite impressive, especially just connecting lines like that on the Picto Chat because obviously the calibration is just always going to be slightly off when you're drawing with a stylus, at least from an artist's point of view. So it was so hard to draw things that were like, It's hard to explain.
I never understood what like there's like on the home screen of the DS there was like the recalibrating button thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was a game. I did not understand that you're like recalibrating the touch screen or anything. But I was like, dude, this is so fun, and it's just in the DS.
And did you ever like do the calibration and not touch the little marker that it needs you to touch when you're calibrating? Because because you're doing the calibration, it's like touch the left corner, touch the right corner, touch the bottom, whatever, because it's trying to calibrate it.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing what it is, did you ever just like fuck around and tap a random spot and see what happened?
I can't recall too well. I just remember that I just would touch everything if I didn't have a game in the DS, especially when we were traveling to Mexico, specifically Mexico, when we had our DS bags and all that.
Yeah, we had
this one strap bag
sling.
Yeah, and we took
our Nintendo hobby very seriously. Okay,
absolutely.
Yes,
so much
very nostalgic.
Very nostalgic.
So much so that my aunt, when we went to Mexico, we need to talk about Mexico too, because like the nostalgia with the smells as you walk in there, like I was getting that when I went to Mexico earlier this year. It's like, dude, I feel like I'm 8 again. Like, it's just great.
Yeah, I haven't smelled it in a while, but nostalgia smells are something different.
Oh, absolutely.
It drives me a little crazy when I can't pinpoint it. Shall we get to
creating
molding our brains? Time skip.
Love mold.
Oh, I love mold too.
Queso.
What are you guys doing?
Molding.
Play-dohing.
Play-dohing. We are molding our child minds, okay? Now we're going to get into the molding of what we said earlier. We're going to create a nostalgic symbol and reveal it here to each other in a second. Oh! Shit.
Before we show these, do we want like a judge? Like, do we want Alex to be like that one? That's the one, or?
Well, you're gonna win this one, but
I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
You're looking pretty sharp over there.
We can just have Alex pick which one is cooler. I
His
feel
favorite?
like there's two reasons.
I can't. It's gonna be a nostalgia rating. I can't pick it on coolness. It's
Okay, which one makes
Okay,
you
purely
there's-
nostalgic.
There's two different reasons why I think you're going to pick his. One is for the effort he put into it alone, and second is for the fact that because of what it is. And
all right. Well, I'll be the judge
all right,
of that.
all right, I will show
I'll
mine.
be the judge of being the judge.
I will show mine first. Play-Doh reveal a pair of scissors and a Christmas ornament. That's
Are
a
you-
Christmas ornament.
Coming out.
Yes, I am Lebanese. I'd appreciate if you didn't laugh. This is really difficult for
Thought
me.
you American.
Wait.
Hey,
No.
Okay. What? So
Oh.
scissors. What's scissors?
break it down for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'll start with the ornament, actually. They kind of go together. Hard to believe. One nostalgic memory for me is every year, I've always really enjoyed Christmas because what my family does for Christmas is my family doesn't buy ornaments just to put on the tree. It's every ornament that's on the tree is like significant. It's either a Christmas picture of all of us or like something we've gotten while traveling. Like we went to some like the North Pole.
Yeah, there was like a
And-
little Santa's workshop thing that we went to. When we were
Yeah, and it was a really cool experience as a kid. And they give you like little bells. So
Yeah,
like we
like,
have little bells on the tree
What's that movie
from the
with
Polar Express.
Polar Express, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they got it from.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's always been, I don't know, I get excited around Christmas because it's just the general vibe and the energy. I'm not excited for my pockets, but it's like just, the stuff that's going on, the family, and honestly decorating the tree.
It's like the same thing every year. You're nostalgic about the year.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, yeah.
like,
I'm gonna-
aw, this is a little Rudolph that I made when I was 5, and it has an extra eye for some reason, just like shit like that is all crafted. And the scissors are because I kind of, okay. Well, I somewhat ruined that for my mother because
Nah, I like to say you added to it.
I do too, but she doesn't feel that way. I started my own tradition where I started with scissors. I took the kitchen scissors and I just hung it up in the tree to see how long it would take anybody to notice. And after like a week and a half, I realized, oh, this is a regular thing. People borrow the scissors and everybody looks for it and everybody gets pissed off, but whatever, it comes back eventually. So I decided to take all the scissors in the house and just started hanging them up in the tree. And they blended in quite nicely. But like so much time is going by and nobody noticed. Like mom didn't notice, nobody noticed. So I started putting flip-flops up there and I started putting like... What else did I put up there? I put a spatula. I put like a whisk. I put a lot of random stuff.
Don't call me racist, but it is the most Mexican thing you could put in a tree.
The flip-flop.
A flip-flop and a spatula.
Listen, I was acting off of instinct. There was no
The first thing that came to mind.
There's no thought or motivation. I was looking at things that could hook very easily and were the most random, just household items. So somebody lost a flip-flop. And you know what? The funny
Thinking
thing,
about it now, that was a hazard. Like if that just fell, that would stab somebody.
it's
probably.
okay. Just don't fuck with the tree. I don't know. Well,
Did you have a cat?
we had cats. I'm surprised I left them alone, but I brought this up to our other brother, Francisco, the other day, and he goes, dude, that was annoying because mom never even thought it was you. She immediately thought it was me. Like, she got mad at me. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, she started blaming me for that shit. He goes, I didn't do that. But she's like, what are you doing with my sister, Francisco? Why are you putting shit in the tree? And he's like, I didn't do it. And then she accused Gordo. She never accused
I was
you
like,
first.
I didn't do anything but put up random families in our tree.
Yeah.
Because like there was like those stock images, and I would just hang those up. I'm like, this is funny. I don't know.
Yeah, instead of putting pictures of ourselves.
But I didn't put scissors up.
So yeah, that's it's nostalgic for me, and I like that tradition, and I'm gonna try to bring that back this year. Hopefully, my mom doesn't watch this episode because I'm doing it again.
I'm gonna spread it on to my little brothers.
Yeah.
Mine over here. So the word is. I just got bored. I wanted to make that, but I don't know if you can't tell. That's a little Spider-Man insignia right there, or a little.
Arturo,
logo.
that's actually really good.
Thank
Right?
you. I tried really hard.
The
and,
lines.
Yeah, I thought at first it was gonna look like a basketball, but it didn't look that bad.
Wait, no, let's see that again.
Here, bring it more in front of your mic.
Shing.
Swag.
Wow.
I'm very happy with how this turned out with the paper and everything.
All right, should I judge it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's hear what.
Do you see
What's
why
the
I
verdict?
said Arturo's gonna win?
I feel bad because I think Arturo won the last like art contest we had. I don't really remember.
No, the pumpkin thing. I thought you won that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
smoked in that one.
Um,
Was it Jack?
yeah,
Jr.?
Arturo wins.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. 1 for 1. All right, and the reason I chose this one is because Spider-Man deserves it. Spider-Man just needs the recognition from Chicano and Chingon. No,
He needed a shout out from us, obviously.
aside from absolutely loving Spider-Man and like, being obsessed with it since I was like, I don't know, before I was able to talk, it's the most nostalgic thing I can think of. I mean, like I just said it, before I could talk, Spider-Man. I think about the silly string web slinger, like the web shooter
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I think about the costume that came with it.
That you
I think
wore year
about-
round.
I think about that one time mom and dad were looking at a new house and I decided I'm going to wear my Spider-Man costume because I was that kid. I was that kid that wore costumes, but it wasn't just any costume. It was Spider-Man. And a lot of kids are like, I'll be a knight. I'll be, whatever dumb thing I got for Halloween. They weren't Spider-Man though. All right. But we went to this.
I think there's plenty of Spider-Man.
Arturo was the only kid that liked Spider-Man.
I was the biggest fan. All right. Number one.
Die
But
hard. Arturo thought he was Spider-Man.
dude, for real. I'm about to tell you right now why. All right. We went to an open house with mom and dad. And, I'm Spider-Man, right? Dressed like Spider-Man. So I'm going to climb this very high retaining wall and jump off of it.
It was like 7 feet high.
Yeah. And luckily, my dad had Spidey sense and he could detect that. And he caught me mid-jump. But, like, that's just...
That was a big
Spider-Man just has the...
That was a regular thing Arturo would do. He would climb on very high places and say, I'm Spider-Man, and then jump off. He used to do that on the coffee table. He used to do that on the kitchen counter. That was a thing that he did. That was a regular thing.
And I wonder why I'm afraid of heights now.
Yeah, very odd. He's deathly afraid of heights. But that was a very, you know what? You just made me nostalgic with your thing. I just remember you jumping off shit and getting hurt all the time, crying. Yeah.
Still got a little bit of that Spidey energy in me, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well,
But
I think that is a beautiful note to wrap up on.
everybody, aspire to be like Spider-Man in your life.
You are your own Spider-Man.
Be your own hero, yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's nostalgic episode of Chicano Chingon, presented by Hacienda Las Glorias.
Hosted by us and
A Mango Mustache
original.
Forgive him. He's still taking a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, I'm still in Spider-Man world.
If you guys liked today's episode, remember we have new ones coming out every single Wednesday on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever else you get your listening experience.
Check the bio for anything else we missed, though.
Yeah, and on the last Saturday of every month, we're having a live show at Hacienda Las Glorias on 1st Avenue, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Be there, be square, 3 p.m. for happy hour. It's going to be great. Going to be a blast.
Come get a marg.
2:30.
Chips.
2:30.
2:30.
I lied. It is 2:30.
2:30 to 4.
But of course, once again, check our bio for any more details on that. And one last thing to leave you guys with is to stay Chingon. Chicanos.
Chicanos. Plink.
Mango Mustache Media.